I paid $9,437 for my son's wedding. 18 days later, he tried to steal everything I had left. My name is William Miller. I'm 62 years old, and for 4 decades, I ran a cattle ranch outside Amarillo. That ranch had belonged to my family for generations. But when my wife Martha became seriously ill, her medical bills drained our savings. In the end, I made the hardest decision of my life. I sold the family ranch for $847,000. I thought that money would carry me through retirement. Then my son Jake got engaged to Ashley. Ashley came from a wealthy family of lawyers. She wanted a wedding that looked like something from a magazine. Jake told me, "Dad, don't worry about the cost. It's once in a lifetime." So I didn't. Venue, $25,000. Catering, $1,400. Photography, $8,200. Flowers, music, transportation, cake. By the time the wedding was over, I had spent $9,137. I watched my son dance with his new wife and thought I had given him the best start possible. I was wrong. 18 days later, Ashley called me. "William, Jake and I are concerned about you. We think you need assisted living." I laughed. Then she said something that made my blood run cold. "We already paid a $23,000 deposit to reserve your room." I asked, "Who signed the paperwork?" Silence. Then she said, "Jake has power of attorney." I had never given Jake power of attorney. That night I drove to the nursing home. There it was, a complete file with my name, my information, and my forged signature. That's when everything became clear. They weren't trying to help me. They were trying to make me look mentally incompetent so they could control my money. The next morning, Jake called. "Dad, we're worried about your memory." I secretly started recording. "Really? Then tell me the name of the doctor who diagnosed me." "Dr. Patterson." "Full name?" Silence. "Where's his office?" Silence. "When did I see him?" Jake started stumbling over his words. Then Ashley grabbed the phone. "William, you clearly can't handle complex financial decisions anymore." I smiled. Interesting. How did a man with dementia manage to negotiate a $8,447,000 ranch sale, sign 45 wedding contracts, and pay every bill without making one mistake? Nobody answered. Then I asked the question that exposed everything. "And who gets control of my money if you successfully declare me incompetent?" Silence. Finally, Ashley whispered, "Jake would manage it." That was enough. I took the recording to my bank. Then the bank found something even worse. A forged power of attorney had already been submitted to access my accounts. My bank president looked at Jake and Ashley. "Mr. Miller never signed this." Ashley immediately said, "William is confused." The banker shook her head. "No, I've known William for 20 years. His signature has a distinctive mark. This one is forged." Jake went pale. But I wasn't finished. I called every wedding vendor, 45 businesses. I told them the person who had paid their bills was now being accused of being mentally incompetent by the very couple whose wedding he funded. Jake's phone started exploding. "Dad, stop, we can't afford these bills." I looked at him and said, "You were confident enough to spend my money. Now be confident enough to pay it back." Then I found the final piece of evidence, emails between Ashley and a financial planner, written before the wedding. One sentence stood out. "Client expects full financial control within 60-90 days following the family celebration." The family celebration was my son's wedding. They had planned it before they even said, "I do." 6 months later, the truth came out. Forgery, fraud, identity theft, conspiracy. Jake lost his career. Ashley lost her professional license and faced prison time. And the money they thought they would inherit? Locked away under independent trustees. But the biggest loss wasn't financial. It was my son. I spent 40 years building something for my family. He spent 18 days trying to take it from me. And that taught me something I'll never forget. Sometimes the person you would die protecting is the same person you eventually have to protect yourself from.